So she's made her way back home to her proper place. I think she's happy about it, but I think somebody else is pretty happy about it.
I'm actually pretty excited. Yesterday I actually cleaned the shed since it wasn't 400 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So there's a spot for her again in the back.
Yeah.
Somewhere. But I also have to put my other lawnmower that's been up here in there. But the shed's clean. She has a home again. I'm actually looking forward to having her back solely because having the different front, Bermuda in the back. Now we have my Kentucky Bluegrass and perennial rye here, needing different height of cuts because the backyard really loves being like
low
7 millimeters around there. But here I'll probably have to keep it a little higher. So having the option to use another reel mower versus a rotary, so I'm excited. And
well, I will say
it's been a good machine.
I jacked the height all the way up when I was mowing with it, so you might have to do some adjustment there.
Oh,
but,
did you raise the bar?
Oh, I raised it up as high as it could go.
You didn't touch the rear wheels, did you?
No.
Okay, those adjust too.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, but you have to take apart the entire assembly.
Yeah, well,
and
that
if you
wasn't
look
gonna
at
happen.
the parts diagram, I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. She's back. I appreciate you letting me borrow her. It was fun.
Yeah.
It definitely gave me the bug to want a reel cut.
It does, and it's one of those things. Once you get it, it's really hard to get rid of that bug.
What's awesome about this is, first of all, tell us the square footage of what we're dealing with here, because this is all new, right?
Yeah, all brand new.
Tell us the square footage.
This front yard here is like 995. It's just right under 1,000. Then around the side is 250-ish, maybe 300. Then the other side's like 185. So it's like 1,300, 1,400 total.
Do you just round up to 15 to make it easy, or do you keep it at 1,300, 1,400?
Depends on if it's a herbicide app. I keep it
pretty precise,
pretty close to what it is.
Yeah.
If it's RGS, anything like that, I treat it like a 5,000 square foot lawn.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Now usually I hang around like a 1,300 square foot.
Okay. And so, tell us what you did with the front yard here, the 1,300 square feet on the sides and all that, because you did a complete reno on it.
Yeah,
right?
the front was a complete reno, the side was a partial reno, and then the other side is an experiment.
So we basically got like three different things we got going on.
Three different things going on.
But the front here, you said, is the one that you're mainly just keeping one variety, right?
Well, two.
Two? Okay.
Well, two brands, but no, it's all the KBG has 5 different seed types in it. And then the perennial rye, I think, has 3 or 4.
Okay, so we got perennial rye and Kentucky Blue going on in the front here.
It's at a 80-20 split between KBG rye. So
So walk us through what you did to get it where it's at right now.
Well, the first thing is I killed the Bermuda, and I used
Bermuda's dead.
It's dead. There's been a couple spots coming back, but the Tenacity apps actually knocked it out because it was weaker what came back.
Right.
And I haven't seen much in the past couple days, but the biggest thing I did was the water meter.
Yeah. You leveled that area out over there, right?
Yeah, I raised the meter box with just getting a 19 by 11 irrigation box.
Yeah.
And kind of cut it to fit. Before it was angled like this.
Yeah.
I have to add some sand here from where things have settled, but there was like a 3.5 inch drop right through here. And you could not, this whole corner
made it
here,
such a pain to mow.
You couldn't run it with, like, the McLean could kind of do it at the higher settings.
Yeah.
The Toro could not. So this whole thing was always mowed with the landscape blade. It took about 13 or 14 minutes to blend
just
everything
for this
in
one little
this corner around here. So now all I have to do is around this and that little square.
So that was the first major step, get that area squared away.
Yeah, we got that squared away, had some washouts, and I've still had some more, but again, that's a bag of sand I can dump on there.
Right.
I then added, here was another low spot, and there's still a couple left, but it's nothing a sand top dressing will not fix.
Right.
Next year or in the spring or this winter, depending on how the winter is and how things grow. But it was kill it. I did not till anything. I don't believe in tilling the ground. It's just introducing more problems.
Right.
It was 4 yards of soil, not a whole lot for the size, but
right.
not really a whole lot. What made it a lot was I hand sifted it all.
Yeah.
Then I used my drag mat, which I should have brought you when I was
Yeah, what
driving
the
to
heck,
Florida.
man? God, thanks for leaving a brother hanging. He lets me borrow a mower, but not a drag mat. What the?
Yeah, I would have if it dawned on me.
So you dragged it all out with the drag mat just to kind of even out the soil that you brought in?
I went across, diagonal.
Well, you sifted it first, then put it down, and then dragged it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And I went in every direction possible. Then I rolled it in every direction possible. Drag matting in between just to kind of keep breaking it up and recompacting it.
And get it as level as possible,
Yeah.
right?
And it's done pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty even. And when we were walking on it earlier, you could tell that it's...
Yeah, and it's smoother,
it's nice and
it's smoother than the backyard.
So after you did that, did you put down seed immediately, or how long after that you rolled it and put out your topsoil did you put seed?
I watered, well, prior to the top dressing, or in the groundwork, I was watering every couple days just to bring anything back, because it took 3 applications to kill the Bermuda.
Yeah.
The last 2 were mainly just spot applications. But after everything was done, I then re-raked it with just a garden rake to make little grooves. I seeded. Then I did, I think, 12 ounces of the green pop.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was doing my monthly RGS aerate apps.
This man is a fan of the RGS and the aerate.
I love the combo, and it's actually in the backyard. I did something crazy. I poured 32 ounces of it straight on one area.
Oh, really?
It didn't completely fill in one of the bare spots, but it got about 85% of the way.
We'll have to look at that later. But
yeah, and it was a huge spot. So
you were doing monthly apps of RGS and aerate prior to the seeding?
Yeah, prior to the seeding.
Okay.
So it's pretty much all last year, all this season.
Were you going at the high rates, like 6 ounces and 9? 6 ounces on the RGS and 9 on the aerate, or what? Were you just doing the 3 ounces?
9 and 9.
9 and 9. Okay.
Higher, higher rates. Then I did the green pop per the instruction label.
So 12 ounces per 1,000.
Yeah, 12 ounces.
Yeah.
So I ended up with the whole area. I didn't really get too technical with the math, but it was maybe around 15 ounces. It was not a whole lot.
Because you're talking about on the other side of the driveway there, right in here, and some down the side here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So it's like 1,300 square feet. So it was
Okay. Little,
around
about 15.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about 15 ounces.
16, yeah.
So I did that. A day later, we had steady rain, a nice drizzle, like a Seattle type drizzle. Then 4 days later, we had a microcell pop through, and it washed it out from this entire angle here down.
Yeah, that was one thing I noticed when I walked up. Like you can see like a natural line.
You can see a line
that way.
And reseeded, and then we hit a heat wave where it was 100 degrees.
Yeah, so you were suffering like
days.
me. So you reseeded just like the front portion here?
Yeah, just this front half, and it's done fairly well, but the heat coupled with increased watering, and I did a video on I was watering too much, and it had a little bit of fungus issue, nothing too bad.
Yeah.
I attacked it with 3 different fungicides just to cover all my bases, but it just drowned it out.
Really?
Between the heat and then the excess water, and that was it.
Hey, look, I mean, the trucks, they follow me. It's like, I just can't get away, man. Like, it just... I'm cursed, I swear.
No,
it's like every time I get a freaking...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I hope Paul's in the area. Let's drive by. So when you reseeded, did you put any more fertilizer on top after you reseeded? Or
yes, because I did around 10 days after, so I just did like a light. It wasn't the same, like 15 ounces. It was, I just concentrated this whole area, and I put maybe 6 ounces of green pop down. Nothing.
Just a little bit, just to give it a little something.
To give it back, and then that stayed. And I waited about 3 weeks, which at that point I ended up seeding again.
Because did you have a little bit more washout, or?
No, it was just from the heat when
the heat
broke,
and
where once I figured out the overwatering fungus and what was going on, and now that's when it's finally taken shape.
Yeah, I mean it's looking good. So So from here you're just kind of in maintenance mode, right? You're just using a little bit of RGS and. Are you putting any more aerate down, and you
did what was it, 9 ounces of aerate yesterday evening. No RGS on it, mainly because I didn't have any in my garage. I had to go to the shed to get it, and
you had to walk all the way back there to get your RGS.
And the rate I wanted to put down I just left it with that, but RGS will go down again. I've been alternating between low rates of 1801 and 901
Oh, okay.
weekly.
So when you say low rates, like what, 12 or 15 ounces on the 1801, or?
Like 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like just low, and I'll probably just need to up it up and punch it. I don't know what our winters are weird. This time's really weird just because
It stayed hot so
it's
late.
hot so late. I don't ever remember it being as hot as it was
Yeah.
into October.
Yeah,
And
because
with
you're.
the cool off, I have a feeling it's going to come quick.
Yeah.
So the growing season to what I can get new grass established is, I think, dwindling. But I may put down a little bit more seed, mainly right in there.
Yeah.
But I pulled up my DIY irrigation because I was tired of looking at it.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to my trusty precision arc thing that
Yeah.
I'll stab into the middle of the lawn.
There you go. All right, wait, say that again, because this is the spot that you just like loaded air raid
This
onto.
whole area
That whole
was bare, hard dirt, and then this area here, this was my original where I put a whole slab down, and here I put 5 plugs of Tiff Grand,
Yeah.
and it's spread in through here, and then that area I put a strip right here, and it's
Just
once it's
in.
taking off, it's taking off.
And so it was just air raid.
Fertilizer for a little bit, but
Yeah.
the main thing was I just went.
But that
and
right there,
that
man.
was pure. I was just, let's see what happens, because I had a little bit left in a jug,
Yeah.
and I was cleaning out my sprayer, so I just kind of, oops, spilled a spot, watered it in, and
Look at it.
it's doing its
Awesome.
thing.
Any other words for the YouTubes?
I honestly have no idea, but don't plant grass in August when it's 100 degrees outside.
Well, I had to, this was a stop on the way to GIE. I wish Mr. Real Dad, Dr. Esquire Real Dad was going, but
No,
he couldn't swing it this go around.
no, I have my passes, but
What are you going to do with them? You know what you should do?
I offered to mail him to Paul's Prime Cuts and have him wear my badge, but he didn't take me up on the offer.
Come on, Paul.
I don't know what's up with that.
What you ought to do is just autograph them and put them on eBay. I mean, who
That's a
wouldn't
good
want to?
idea.
Who wouldn't want an autographed GIE pass from Real Dad?
Who didn't attend?
Well, no, this is fun to just stop by. Had to drop off the McLean to him.
And it was a good halfway point.
It is. Yeah, it was a nice little break before I have to power on through to get up there. So appreciate you letting me stop by.
Yeah, hopefully La Follette doesn't ruin your drive.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Let the fun begin. Here we are, booth 11189. But everybody is still putting things together. As you can see, things are still getting shuffled in. Construction's going on. Lots of things getting bolted and screwed together and polished up for the main event. Just wanted to end this video just saying that you know, the micro doses that Mike's doing with 1801 and the 901, that is something you can absolutely do if you wanted to use lower rates of that. 8-9 ounces every couple of weeks, or even weekly. You could go as low as 5-6 ounces on that. That is absolutely doable. So his yard's looking good. Keep up the great work. I'm going to link to his channel below if you want to check out things he's got going on. He's a big supporter of ours, uses our products, absolutely loves the RGS and the Aerate, so we appreciate that. Appreciate y'all watching this. What other questions do you have? Leave those in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, share it out, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click on the bell so you get notifications for every time I upload a new video. Keep on keeping on, my lawn care brothers and sisters from other misters, and I will catch you next time after I've taken a nap from putting all this stuff together. So, peace.